Okay, hello. Welcome to today's analysis of the NQ and a little bit of the ES. It is Tuesday, 14th of January. And yeah, let's take a look at what happened yesterday. So we were down here and I made the video when it was UK Open, which was here. And I was saying that I wouldn't be looking for longs until they took some liquidity back here in the form of these lows, which they did. And even then, I was still a bit iffy on this zone. Like, I was still a bit iffy on it. And still kind of am, but relatively. So, UK brought it down, took liquidity here. I did take one of those scalps that I was talking about. It was not actually. I took a few trades yesterday. Let's look at these. So I took this one, and I was just a bit iffy on it. Like, if you get onto the 15-second, we had some liquidity sitting around here that I was just like, I'm not playing this game. So I got out. Then they took liquidity inside here, and pushed up to take a little pocket here, and I just got out there. It was like a round number, 2,800. I was happy with that. Could have left it go a bit longer, but it was getting a bit late into the start of US, and I knew what they could do. And actually, I played that kind of US messing with everything. I took a short based on very, very small. Like, I've been doing a lot of scalps recently, and by scalps I mean like kind of using 15-second time frame to spot liquidity imbalances and kind of use that as my execution time frame for the 1 minute and 3 minute and stuff, which I find is working out very well. So they came down and took out this little zone here, which was a nice accumulation area. That was enough for US to push it up and pull it away from this area. Now, it's interesting because the NQ on other exchanges did not take these lows. It does kind of make sense that we had this kind of weird little short squeeze here. Didn't take these lows at all. Took this, now to be fair, took this low, but didn't take these. But the NQ itself on the CME did. We now have a bit of an iffy change of character going on here. Excuse me. Sorry, let me just get some water. So we have a change of character going on here now. There's a lot of open liquidity below us that we can easily tap into. And overall, my perspective on this zone has not changed. That doesn't mean I'm still focusing shorts here, because I did mention that because of the structure that we have. What's going on with this? Right. Because of the structure that we have, we are able to come up and make, we're able to distribute in these zones here. And we have reasons to come up. It does make sense to come up. But, you're not going to catch me screaming long once we come up into this pocket, definitely not. This is not a bad zone for a decisionary pullback, this area. Now, they did take nice liquidity. They still respected this low, which is the low that I just do not want them to break if I'm going to be still keeping my current view of the market. They did come into a pocket of liquidity. Like, this bullish change of character our break of structure is still valid. But we're starting to see other things creep in. We're starting to see bearish changes of character internally, and breaks of structure. But we gotta also look at the liquidity that's available to us. I see them doing something really potentially messy, which is actually just having a very localized bullish recovery up into this zone. And that could put in some kind of macro lower high to come down for this stuff. So, you know, I want to be really proven that we're out of the danger zone here. And you know, I'm a scalper, so I'm just gonna play the pulls that I'm given. And for now, we've recovered an RTH gap. We have a little change of character. Let's play that internally, but just being aware of the bearish implications of structure that we're in. But you know, we did come into a bullish pull, so let's work with that for now. So we have this change of character. We know we can come back in here, but we don't have to. We had a gap up on Sydney. We had a gap up on Sydney. I don't really like what they did with the gap. I'm going to be honest with you. But it was enough for UK to forget about Japan's lows and break structure to the upside. Now, what are we coming into? We're coming into a 12-minute OB that I was talking about, and at the top of this OB, we have a past daily VWAP, and it took internal liquidity. The thing is, above us, we have this massive RTH gap, and we have very easy liquidity to grab. Very, very easy liquidity to grab. This is our last kind of tap before we had our move down. They can come into here and then have a drastic pullback into structure. They can easily do that. And the less that we swipe before coming up, the more likely it is for a larger liquidity grab, right? So we can play the pulls locally, take some longs, but just realize that, you know, whenever we do tap any kind of external liquidity, and even this guy coming into this little pocket here, I'd be taking profits, man. I'd be out, like, and if you're a trader, that's no problem, because you can ride that pull. You can ride the bearish pull that you're being cautious of, you know. So yeah, that being said, am I convinced that this wick is going to do much? I don't really know. We have a lot of reasons to keep going up. I would be very iffy about putting my stop above this high. So there's a chance that this block provides some very small controlled scalp opportunities, but I would not be shorting the farm on this block. Could it bring it down? Totally could. But because of the way we interacted with this zone here and what's below us, structurally, this is a bit of a nothing burger for me. What Japan did here by mitigating this gap, I'm not the biggest fan of it. You know, like this area here, or even just the gap above it, like coming into this and getting some kind of absorption into these blocks and this zone, I would like to see that. It'd be interesting if Sydney's pre-market or New Zealand's pre-market and initial liquidity grab hold. That would be rather nice. I'd be pretty bullish if they did. I'd be bullish up until RTH gap recovery, right? So that's kind of it. Like, I mean, bigger picture stuff. We have this liquidity curve, past daily VWAP sitting up there. Just a big area of liquidity to go nom into, and then whatever happens after that. And immediately, yeah, I'm a bit, you know, respect the change of character while it's there, but it kind of stinks. Like, it does kind of stink. I would like to see liquidity grabbed here very quickly, making strong bullish structure away from this zone to then perhaps come up into this zone and then, I don't know, maybe bring it down. But if we start breaking below Sydney's liquidity grabs and Sydney's initial balance, which is here, we start making bearish structure around here and like really eating for bids, like, I don't know, they could come back into this little pocket. So yeah, yeah, that's it really. You know, just be careful about shorting immediately. Wait until external, like relatively external liquidity is taken. Maybe 21,200 or something like that, I'd say, if you're going to be focusing like kind of bigger shorts into structure, just because we did take a massive liquidity pool. Also, the ES came back into this thing that we've been looking at. Which doesn't instill much confidence in me either. Like, we have these crazy equal lows. Like, look at this, like. This is insane. And breaking this, and I mean breaking down, like, you know, they can just go boop. They can just do that, of course. But if they don't just do that, and we end up breaking lower and lower, like, I really don't see much of an area until down here, which is kind of crazy. Maybe this could do something, but I don't know. I'd just be really cautious once these equal lows get taken, because we have a lot of gaps below us as well. You know, we have a lot of gaps below us, like proper RTH gaps. But for now, we got a little bullish pull taking over here. We got a lot of Asia lows. But this one is UK pre-market. So I think whenever they do come from these lows, it's going to be US. Where US stops, I don't know. I see a chance of them bouncing here, whether it's to keep going up or if it's just a scalp. I do like this little zone for something. And yeah, we are weighted towards the upside for liquidity at the moment. So yeah, money flow's looking all right. I don't see this immediately pulling back necessarily. And even if it did, it would be very, very restricted shorts that I would be taking. Money flow's fine. It's fine. I feel like we could expand a small bit more based on what I'm seeing money flow wise. And I actually have an idea for a short, or sorry, a long here. We have a nice little liquidity pool here. If we zoom down into like the 15-second as well, we can see a bit of a wash here. It's the top of a 45-minute block that was responsible for our break of structure. I would not mind, and it's a naked point of control of this, and there was a liquidity grab here. I would not mind seeing some absorption here to maybe complete their job of coming to the past daily view up. I can see that happening. So, might play that. But yeah, that's it for me. I'm going to post these on the Discord. And yeah, let's see what US does. We have news soon. So just be aware of that. And yeah, that's it really. Peace, guys. Happy trading, and we'll see you tomorrow.